You are.
All right, guys, find some seats.
You're blind, but I love you. Thank you. I am so. Let's let everybody come in for a minute, okay? Can we wait until everybody comes in? Is that okay?
There's like 2 seats up here. There's a couple over there.
How do we get that close? 2 seats up here if anybody wants to come up. Sure. It's like nursery school, right? Just kind of sit around the floor. Are we able to close those doors? Only so it's not hard to hear. You know what I mean? So that there's not so much sound coming in from outside.
Let me see about that.
Is that okay? I just don't want to be like, what did he say? What was that?
That's why you're front row.
You guys, I am so happy you're here. You have no idea how happy I am to be here with you. The last thing in the world that I want is for this panel to be a downer. Can we agree on that?
Yes.
And I don't want it to be a downer. But I would like to say some things. Is that okay?
Yes.
There will be tears. So I want to apologize for that.
We love you, Vic.
For those of you that may not know, and God bless you for not knowing, there's been a lot of ugliness lately, and things online. And I wanted to say something about it. And I also want to say I'm very mindful that there are many different ages in this room, so I want us to all be mindful of that, right? So if you're thinking of asking a question or something, you know what I mean? Be aware that there are a lot of different ages of people here. As I've been reflecting over the last 10 days, over the last couple of weeks, I've been doing a lot of soul searching. You know, when difficult things happen, at first you're kind of angry, right? You're mad. But then you take a step back and you're like, what am I supposed to learn here? How could I be better? How could I do better? And I learned something, and I wanted to share it with you. As long as I've been doing events, which is a long time, I've always been very demonstrative. Hug everybody, you know what I mean? That's just always been who I am. You could go back and find panels from or Q&A or autograph sessions from 10 years ago, 12, 15 years ago. And I'm doing the same thing. That in my mind, it's a way of saying thank you and expressing kindness and appreciation and warmth and support for a lot of people that could use it. You know what I'm talking about when I say that. But here's what I've learned. Just because 1,000 people want a hug doesn't mean everybody does. And I got really lazy. Over the years, I got really lazy. And I got used to being the same person all the time. And I was insensitive to the fact that there could be people out there that don't want that. And it has never, ever been my intention to offend or hurt anyone. Welcome. It has never been my intention or desire to offend anyone. And I would like to think that the tens of thousands of people that I've met over the years know that. But there are people that don't want that kind of interaction. And I have not been sensitive to them. I see that. As I've been reflecting on what's been going on. And here's the thing, guys. Voice actors are no different than you are. We're bozos. I mean, honestly, we're just dumb humans trying to do our best. You know what I mean? We're just trying to get along in the world. And we stumble and we fall, right? How many of you know that you do that, right? How many of you would pray to God that somebody didn't follow you around every minute of the day with a camera and log every dumb thing you ever did or said? You know what I mean? I am a work in progress, just like you. And I have made some mistakes that I regret. I've never meant any harm to anybody. All of my gestures of hugging somebody for photos or kissing somebody on the forehead, or the cheek is, in my mind at the moment, was a sign of appreciation and kindness and warmth. But it was wrong. It was really wrong of me to assume. So I am profoundly sorry to anyone out there that I offended. That was never my intention. Somebody sent me something I wanted to share with you that was really... Though no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. Now, I hope that I can have the opportunity to make amends to people that I've offended somehow or hurt. That has never been my intention or desire, but I recognize that I need to be sensitive to all. There are a lot of different people in this room. Am I right? Lots of different people. All of you have your own histories, your own heartaches, your own failures and flaws, your own strengths and skills. And we're all different. And I made the mistake of kind of painting with a broad brush. Does that make sense? And I am profoundly sorry for that. And I would like to ask anyone out there that I may have offended to accept my sincere apology and know that I have learned from my reflection during this time, I have learned that I need to alter the way I engage with people. And it's difficult sometimes, you guys, because when 100 people come up and ask for a hug, you start assuming that the 101st one wants one too. And it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? But you get lazy. You just get used to it. That was my fault. I am certainly not perfect by any means. I've been very blessed to have a career in this field and to do a lot of great shows, and I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful for that. But I'm just a dumb guy like you, just trying my best, and trying my best. And so I want to apologize. If there's anyone in here, I don't know, if there's anyone in here that ever had an uncomfortable moment at my expense, I am so sorry. That was never my intention. Do you hear me? I mean, I want to make sure I'm communicating to you clearly. I wrote some things down because I knew I wouldn't be able to think. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Now I have to just say this because I don't want any of this to be negative. But any kind of claims of assault or I even want to use those words, like molestation, or abuse. No. And my heart hurts for the people that actually have been, and my heart hurts for anyone who feels that. I am mortified to think that I would have made somebody feel that way. And in our current setting, you have to be more careful, right? And I'm just a dumb old man. I've been doing this so long, and like I said, when you get affirmation from so many people, you start to believe it. Does that make sense? When 500 people walk up and tell you how much they love you and appreciate your work, you start to believe that crap. And then you start to assume, well, she liked me and they all liked me, so she probably likes me too. No, maybe not, right? Or she's different. She deserves the respect of having her own, right? Of having her own space and her own opinions, and she may be different, and that's where I've really messed up. Sorry.
All right, guys, let's give a hand to Vic. Vic is here talking. So let's give him a minute and let's have some questions. Time to do.
I also want to ask you really quickly,
Yeah.
a bright spot in the darkness. Thank you. I also want to say, any of you that are fans, that have been supportive, you have no idea how much I appreciate that. But I don't want you to be the subject of hatred and anger as well, just because you're trying to stick up for someone. I wouldn't want that for you. So thank you for those of you that have been kind and supportive, and it really breaks my heart when I hear that somebody tried to speak words of positivity and say, hey, I've known this guy, I've seen this guy 10 times over the last years, and he's always been nice and kind, and I watched him interact with 500 people in an autograph line, and I mean, it seemed fine. And then those people get attacked because they're trying to be supportive. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for anybody. And I can't even speak to why some people would say the things they say. You guys probably have some ideas of your own about why some people say things online, and put stories out there. All I know is that I am profoundly sorry if any of my actions meant innocently offended anyone. And if you know anybody like that is one of those people, please extend my sincerest apologies. And I'm going to do better. If I have the chance, if I'm able to continue, I intend to make amends. I intend to not give anybody any reason to ever feel uncomfortable around. That has never been my heart. Never. I hope you know that. Who's got a really pointless, funny question?